Welcome to the 2011 State League Women's Grand Final here at the Chadstone Lacrosse Club as we see Footscray taking on Newport in what is anticipating to be an exciting game of lacrosse. I'm joined as per usual by my partner in crime, Ryan Bird. Pleasure to have you.
Thanks, Gus. It's great to be here.
And this time, of course, we have special comments joining us here by Erin Strazitsky. Pleasure to have you here.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Oh, absolutely fantastic. Stepping up into the middle, we have Footscray and Newport in a fantastic game that we're looking forward to seeing here at the Chadstone Lacrosse Club. And let's get down to some play. Both players have the ball in the middle, getting ready for the draw. Explain how the draw works.
Well, you've got one player from each team. They've got to have their sticks opposing, and they've got to try and draw the ball up into the air and try and get a clean pick up off the ground or a clean catch.
All right, as the ball's gone down, and clever pickup by Justice Allen, taking it down the left-hand side of the field, passing off to the middle, and some wayward camera work, sees the ball go out, and Newport will maintain possession. That's number 27, Hayley Barlow, with the ball, passing it into the middle.
Yeah, we see Newport running it down towards their offensive end here. Look, what do you think they're going to do here, Gus?
Well, again, we've seen it every time. Like, as Quas takes the ball out of the middle, she's quick and she's got legs. She's an under-17 player and she's very talented, moving the ball down the middle of the field. Look, both teams have done so well this season, and we've seen them in probably about 4 or 5 episodes of Fast Break on Channel 31. Any of them are a prospect. I can't make any real prediction, but I think Footscray is going to try and move the ball around the cage as much as possible to try and move the defense. And then you'll see they love really using the defense in the fan quite well as the charge comes on the left-hand side.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think if there's one thing we can guarantee here today, it's I think that we'll see a really good game of top women's lacrosse.
I absolutely agree. Footscray, I think, has 9 players that played in the under-19 Australian World Cup overseas. Ooh. And
did Justice Allen just
that's a yellow card to Hayley Stefanos from Newport. Take us through exactly what happened there, you think, Erin?
I'm pretty sure she just got a check to the head, so that's definitely a free shot there. So let's see if they either work it down, slow it down, or get a goal here.
Oh, we've got a charge from Justice Allen, charging in, right in front of the cage. Oh, and a great save. Fantastic save by Hussey. Looks for the long pass, and a great pickup from Kirchheimer, charging down on her right hand. Right in front of the cage, a fast break, shoots it hard. Great work from number 24, Elise Hussey, sister of the goalie. Let's have a look at the replay.
That was Hussey end to end there. You get both of them up both ends. It's a 2-for-1 deal.
And a fantastic shot, the opposite side of the goalie's stick. Can't do much to save them when you're that close.
Yeah, she's been a really strong player all year, and she also went over to New Zealand and played for the Australians, and she was such a strong player then even, so she's definitely one of their strong points in that team. And
Newport opened their account. Newport 1, Footscray 0. As players get ready for the draw in the middle of the field, Justice Allen and Peyton, sorry.
The referee just lining him up, getting him ready to go. And they're away.
Ball's loose. It looks like Footscray won that one. But unfortunately, the ball's won by number 19, McNamara, charging down the left-hand side. Geez, she's little, but she's quick. She's got 2 players on her and passes across to the top. It's number 22, Peyton, who of course won the draw. Charging in, and another shot hits the top left-hand corner. What a great shot and a fantastic goal. Well deserved to Peyton. She worked really hard to get that one.
It was a beautifully placed shot by Peyton there. She looked to get it under the top bar, and that's exactly what she did. As
a female lacrosse player, what's your areas you're aiming to shoot at against the goalie?
You definitely want to shoot to their opposite side, so generally the right-hand side of the cage, left-hand side of the goalie. Top pocket's always a good place, but also always bouncing it as well. You generally always get a shot in when you bounce it.
Of course. Wise words as the ball's taken in the middle for the draw. Again, Justice Allen and Peyton.
We see Newport up by 2 goals early on in the game. Not necessarily what I was expecting, Gus.
No, they've come out really hard considering the just the manpower that Footscray have, and a great draw is won by Newport, number 17, Stefanos, charging down. Oh, and the ball's lost. Good pickup by Norman.
Norman looks to clear out to the left-hand side as Footscray slowly runs the ball down. There's no rush, there's no particular pressure on her to move the ball. She's held up around about the halfway line, and they move it on.
Erin, is there normally any set clears that women's lacrosse tend to run?
You'll generally want to try and clear it to the side and try and avoid clearing to the middle, but we don't really have any set clears, I guess.
Oh, there you go. Ball's moved in the middle. Ooh, Justice Allen passes to behind the cage, where Lane is waiting.
Cross looking to make space to get a shot, can't get it. Passes over to number 16.
Clough charging in, shoots it, and gets the goal. Fantastic work there by
Dodging
Clough.
2 plays, that was a pretty good effort and straight in the cage.
Fantastic effort. From a defender's perspective, what more could you do here to stop her from charging in?
It's always good to have that slide, how you get the 2 players on it, but unfortunately, because you're flat-footed sometimes in defense, when you're in attack and you're at speed, you can get straight past your defender.
Okay, so you would probably recommend an earlier slide from number 16 in that case. And, of course, Footscray opened their account. Footscray 1, Newport 2. Players get ready for the draw in the middle of the field.
As we see Patton taking on Justice Allen, I believe that is, in the draw here. And Justice Allen gets the flick out. But I think the ball's still in dispute as number 5 for Newport, Kirchheimer, takes it out and runs it down the left-hand side of the field. She moves back towards the centre, but can't get in on goal and passes off to Patton.
Jeez, you never skip a beat in women's. There's always an option to go to the cage, and they tend to take it whenever they can. Ball moved to the right hand side, and we actually haven't yet seen the ball move behind the cage, especially down this end.
Oh, good intercept by the goalie there.
Clever intercept, fantastic work. Now the goalie has 10 seconds to clear the ball. Is that right?
Oh, hang on. There's a yellow card here for something. That's a yellow card on Patton.
So that's the second, I believe, the second yellow card against Newport early in this game. Not an ideal start. And Norman looks to clear the ball.
Easy
Passing
clear.
to her right-hand side. Number 3 waiting, Birch. Passes to the middle. And they get it over. Geez, they're quick. All of a sudden, options are open. There's options everywhere. Justice Allen drops a simple pass. And Stefanos picks it up. Good pick up. She's a talent, this young one. And there's
She
a
holds it
call,
well.
a call against Justice
Got a
Allen.
bit of contact there, so free pass to Stefanos there.
Great check
check.
from behind. Take us through the legal checking in women's lacrosse.
It's a bit different to men's, I believe.
Yeah, we're not allowed any contact with the body in women's, so if it's too close to the head, they will call that and you'll be put behind as a foul. And the player who was checked will get a free pass or shot on goal even.
I tell you what, to all the girls that aren't wearing any head protection, you guys are crazy.
Yeah, a lot of us will try and wear eye goggles. You know, it's always important to protect the eyes. But those who don't, it's pretty daring, I do say.
Oh, the goalie comes out. Hussey charging out, and there's been a call. Now, does that mean the goalie has to maintain their position and cannot get back in the cage?
That's right.
Oh, wow. Okay, so right now, as Footscray takes possession, the goalie will be looking to charge back into the cage in order to get back for a save in case there is a shot or a pass even in the middle.
Yep, definitely a good little sprint for the goalie there, Hussey.
Gets back in. Alright, slows it down. And a good knockdown. A great knockdown.
Definitely a good intercept by
It's
Newport.
Kirchheimer again. Seems to be interfered with.
Yeah, that was one of the fouls. Too close to the head, so it was almost a body check there.
Let's see. As number 12, Plum, is taking it down. Passes a long, risky pass, but Stefanos gets it safely.
Stefanos is looking to work it down the right side of the field. Justice Allen is doing well to hold her out. And it...
Looks like a bit of
too
pushing
physical.
going on there. Yeah, so
Bit
I
of pushing called against Justice Allen.
So Stefanos will take the ball.
And passes
Long
a
pass.
pass
long
across
wide
the
pass.
field. Over to Patton, I believe that is, as she steps around to her left.
Another
And
push
once
is
again-
called.
Once again, there's a bit more physicality in the women's game than I was expecting here today.
Well, it's a final, so everyone's going to try, their hardest to try and get the ball. Unfortunately, it's not always legal.
Well, the refs are doing well to call it. Patton dodging in. Another roll dodge.
Great dodge.
Oh, and it looks like she's called for another push. Or it could be a stick check too close to the head.
Yeah, I think it might be the latter of that.
And then this is a free a free shot to
Yeah, so right on the
Patton?
fan, open shot on goal. Everyone is outside of that fan.
Where are you predicting she's going to shoot, Erin?
I'm hoping that she's going to go... Oh, she's going to
Ooh.
pass it.
Passes
Now,
it wide.
explain
slows
to
it
us,
down.
why would she have not just had a shot there?
Well, she did have 2 defenders on her left-hand side there, and they were pretty close to the goal, so they could have run in quite easily and tried to help defend that. But it's always wise to try and slow the play down, or even pass to a player who's in a better position to shoot than yourself.
Of course, Hayley Sfinos with the ball behind the goal at the moment, looking for a pass, looking for that cutting player.
She's really good at feeding the ball to other players, so she's a very strong person from behind the goal. Oh, good intercept by Justice Allen there.
Great work from Justice Allen. She's charging down the field, getting in front of all other players. A great pass to Quas in the middle. Charging
Makes a
down.
drive.
Oh, misses by about a meter and backed up by Footscray.
It was a great run there by Justice Allen to get it out of there. And then the pass on to Quas was nice. And look, Quas had a decent effort at goal. Unfortunately, just not good enough.
And Quas is looking to pass to the right-hand side, looking for a feeder, as Stefanos did. So we see Lane with the ball. Passing to her left, Justice Allen. Burgess, 32. Lane.
Oh,
the
is
ball
this going to be a
behind.
drive? Yeah.
Oh, and
good save
another
by
great
Hussey.
save by Hussey. And is
Oh.
that is a hit-in goal. That's a hit-in goal. I'm not really sure what happened. I guess we'll find out in the replay. Erin, what do you
I
think
it
happened
might
here?
have just bounced off her stick in the last moments of her trying to rescue that ball, actually.
Okay,
She
so
does. It comes into her stick, falls to the ground, and I think,
that
yeah,
was
it
Butler.
just hits her stick.
Look, it's unfortunate that sometimes scrappy goals happen. I mean, you've got to account for 1 or 2 of them every game, no matter what version of the... whether it be men's or women's, there's always going to be scrappy goals, and you've kind of got to allow for them in your planning.
And just like that, the scores are level. 2 apiece to Footscray and Newport. Players get ready for the draw. Very, very controlled release. I believe the ball has to go above the players' heads
That's correct.
in the release. Otherwise, it's a
redraw.
A redraw.
Yep.
Conversely, players are not allowed to enter the circle until the whistle is blown.
Also correct, yes.
Ooh, and players fight hard to keep it in, but unfortunately could not do enough as Burgess gets ready to take the ball and move to the forward line. Alright, simple pass to Quas. She's charging in. Gee, she's quick, changing hands. And takes the ball out. I think a good move.
Yeah,
Sensible
controlling
move.
the play down, hoping to get that cut to goal.
I think they've done well again to pull back the lead and then now, make the scores level as Justice Allen charges, and I think her opposing player gets called for a little bit of
I think that
aggressive
might have been
defense.
a free space even. So if you're too close in front of the goal, directly where the player's trying to drive and shoot, you'll get called for that. It's called a free space.
You're almost impeding the shot. Oh, one-on-one,
Oh,
shoots it high and misses
close.
by a few centimeters above. And I think Footscray backs it up.
Look, in the games I've seen earlier this year, Quas normally would have got that. I think she might be suffering from a little bit of grand final nerves early on.
As we all do.
Yeah, well, the last time I played in the grand final. Which was never, unfortunately. All right, and we've got a throw in. What's the official name of when the ball's thrown in by the?
Just a pass, yes.
Oh, fantastic goal from number 3, Birch, right on the crease. I mean, Hussey had to try very hard to try and save that one, but unfortunately it was not her day,
Yeah,
and Birch was able to get it in.
Birch was in a great position there, and that was a really quick pass in. So as we see on the replay here, Quas, she passes it straight in.
Hey Ryan.
No, she's going to run it around the cage, and there we go. Birch is right open for that quick stick straight into the goal.
Quick stick. I don't think there's many goalies that could have saved that, regardless of men's or women's.
Yeah, good position by Footscray there, and good work trying to work it around the goal as well.
And they've pulled back the. Not only have they caught up to Newport, but they've found the lead, and Footscray calls a timeout. Let's have a look at some of the highlights this far.
Yeah, look, Footscray have done really well to pull back this lead. As we see this first goal here to Newport.
This is where it all started. A slamming shot to the goalie's left-hand side. It really rocketed. It really went quite fast.
Yeah, powerful shot Hussey has, definitely.
Of course. And then this time, of course, we see Patton charging in from the right-hand side. An overarm shot hits the stick side high corner.
Look, if
Again,
you think that
another
last one was
powerful.
a hard shot, I think that one was even harder. That was in slow motion and you could still barely keep up with it.
And this time Clough moves the ball in, looking for a pass,
Good
but instead
dodge.
dodging. And the slide comes a little bit too late to try and double it, and it ended up basically being a one-on-one. And Hussey couldn't do much to try and stop that one. She's had a few saves, but that one was a little bit more difficult. As Quas, I believe, takes it to the back and then ends up passing the ball to Burgess, who's waiting behind. And then, of course, Birch finds herself on the crease for a quick stick goal.
Perfect.
Turn the goalie, get the goal.
Look, I think that was really caused by, like, it was great work for the offense, but Burgess got so clear. Sorry, not Burgess. Birch got really clear on the crease, and I think that was a mistake on the defender's part, just letting her get so open like that.
As the
You can't
draw's
let
taken.
someone get clear on the crease.
As the draw is taken and Stefanos wins it with ease. She's a prospect, this one, charging down the field. I believe a college player. Played for 1 year in college over in America. Runs it into the fan but pulls it out. Well defended. Number 45. With the ball. Footscray's possession. Charging down the far side of the screen.
That's
That's
Birch.
Birch
She's
again.
running fast.
Birch
She's got
looking
some
to get
legs.
another goal. Ooh, gets very close then pulls it out. Number 36 is open at the top. Gets the shot off
Oh.
O'Callaghan. Ooh, misses.
Just misses
Just
over
misses.
the top there.
I think Footscray maintained possession though, by the look of it.
Yes, I think Footscray backed up quite well. It's always essential, I think, in both forms of the game, men's and women's, to have someone almost behind the cage.
Yeah, even in line with the cage or just behind it, it's always good for a backup because you always get that second opportunity to shoot at goal. It's always, particularly in grand finals, you'll definitely need that second opportunity.
Oh, look at that, charging right in, and it looks like she's down. That's Butler.
Look, it's a gutsy move in women's where you're not wearing any head protection to take a charge through the middle there like that.
That is the third yellow card giving to Newport players. Extremely aggressive defense is seeing them, I don't know, have to serve some time in the box for some, I don't know, wayward tactics, I guess you'd have to say. As Butler takes it out, passes across to Lane. Justice Allen now with the ball on the right-hand side, looking for a good feed. This is where the ball's going to be taken behind, and then you're going to have players try and dodge in for a feed. Just like that. Ooh, and another good save by Hussey.
Oh, picked up off the ground, another goal by Birch.
Birch, I tell you what, she's dynamite on the crease.
Yeah, she's a bit of a crease player from the look of it, Gus. And you just can't give her that space on the crease.
That was a good save.
There are some players that you can't give them space out wide. She's one of those players that you just can't leave her alone on the crease.
And isn't she happy about that one? A fantastic effort and a really great goal. You really need to be ready for those, to back up those saves that aren't necessarily kept by the keepers in order to get a shot off.
Yeah, you always get a couple of balls right near the front of the goal, so you always got to be ready just to pick up a ball off the ground if need be.
All right, Lane and Stefanos in the middle for the draw. Referee, of course, trying to get the ball right. And Stefanos again winning. She is dynamite in the middle. And really
Well,
good pass.
that's why she was picked in Australian teams and college teams overseas.
Oh, naturally. And the ball's loose, and a Footscray player almost falls over.
I think that was a trip, maybe.
Not a common call.
No, not a particularly common call.
Alright, and we'll see it's still Newport's possession, charging down the right hand side. Kirchheimer
Oh, great
does a roll
dodge.
dodge. Oh, and a jump shot. Oh, well backed up though.
She backed up her own shot there, did she?
Yeah, fantastic work. Justice Allen was there, but she managed to just get maybe half a meter in front to back up that
That's
shot.
all you need.
Which
That's
is
all
what
you need.
Erin, I believe, was talking about before, the necessity to have someone back in order to back up the shots.
Well, apparently Kirchheimer doesn't need anyone behind. She backs up her own shots.
And a good effort. But it looks like something else has been called, apart from the necessity to back up the shot. Alright.
Oh, they're calling a free. So she's got a free shot on goal here, or she can pass it. So she's only got, by the look of it, one defender that will be in her position in front of goal. But
What would you do, Erin?
You'd always try and take the goal. That's your number one option. But she's, as you can see here, she's trying to slow the play down and look for that other open pass.
I mean, I think Newport really need to seize their options because right, like as it stands, they're 2 goals down now after being 2 goals up. And again, I think there might have been a check close to the head.
I think it may have
Or maybe
been.
a push called against Footscray. Now there's players already in the middle, so charging the goal may not be the best option. So
No,
she might
I'd
look
say
to
should, yeah, definitely pull it out there.
pass to the
easiest.
top. Stefanos
Ooh.
charging in.
And Stefanos with the free now.
This
Justice
could be
Allen is
deadly.
there.
This could be a goal, this one. She's got a very powerful shot in her, Stefanos. She's definitely one to go for a goal as well. So if she's got that opportunity, she'll definitely take it.
Norman looks ready. Ready for the shot. Ooh, and she takes it out.
she takes
Justice
it
Allen
behind.
moved in and was in a pretty good position there.
We
You
see
see,
Patton coming around from the back. Rolls
gonna
inside.
drive it.
And
She has
a
a
great
great
shot.
roll.
Puts it down low on keeper Danny Norman. There was not much she could do about that.
she uses that roll dodge really well and at the perfect time. As soon as the defender's going, she just gets them wrong-footed
That's
and
all
uses
you
that
need.
roll.
One step on your defender. There we go. They overcommit. You do that roll dodge, and you've got one-on-one with the goalie. It's one of the easiest things to do from behind goal. So if you've got that space, you always try and take it.
Oh,
Tell you
fantastic
what,
work.
Patton's having a great game here so far today.
This far, she has done. I think she's gotten all of the goals. For
No,
Newport.
she's gotten 2 out of the 3 goals
two
for
of the
Newport
3
so
goals
far.
for
Hussey
Newport.
with the 3rd goal. But she's really keeping them in it. Her and Hayley Stefanos are really kind of fighting hard for these Newport girls today.
Yeah, Hayley Stefanos is hard to beat off the draw. She really knows how to control it. That passes, no, not to herself. But Newport still manages to get it. No! Fantastic work from O'Callaghan, picking it up on the left-hand side and charging down the field. So I think these girls can get a ground ball and charge down in no time whatsoever. Fantastic shot.
Great
No,
save.
another good save. Hussey is having the game of her life in this grand final match.
That's Bree Hussey, of course, not to be confused with Elise Hussey, who's down the other end of the field. They're kind of 2 for 1, I think.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's also gotten a goal, so... I
They're
guess
doing,
one's the goal
Hussies are doing
saver,
brilliant up both ends.
one's the goal saver, and one's the goal scorer.
That would have been handy in the backyard, I think, growing up. You've always got someone to shoot on, and you've always got someone to take shots on you. It really helps practice.
I'd probably imagine that if you switch their positions, they'd both be pretty good as well, because you tend to be in the backyard. I'm bored now. Let's switch. Yeah, all right. So
So we've got I think that was a body contact by O'Callaghan there, and Stefanos takes the ball.
again, that's another one. So
Yep.
the advantage play is rarely used in women's lacrosse.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of advantages. It's very rarely called, but I guess whenever you get a foul, you get to slow the play down. You get to take a breath, and you can always look at your options. So it's always a good little breather.
It is something that seems to be a bit different about the women's game to the men's game. Is it seems a bit more slow and methodical, but when they go, they actually go really hard.
Yeah, I guess women's lacrosse has its slow points and its fast points, but all in all, it's got a lot of skill in it, and it is such a fast game.
I think one of the big differences is the shots from outside. In women's, you're basically limited to the amount of shots you can do from outside, considering there has to be a completely clear defense line from your shot from outside, and therefore is rarely taken. So you won't see frequent shots from outside, and therefore most goals are scored only meters from the crease, and therefore you could probably say that the goalies have to be
They'd have to have very fast reflexes.
extremely fast reflexes, considering the shots are coming from much closer than they would at the men's similar level.
And you're seeing 2 of the best goalies in the country here today. Danny Norman played for, I think, multiple Australian teams.
I think she may have, yeah. And Brie Hussey, she was also part of the Australian under-23s that went to New Zealand for ASPACs this year in June.
So you've definitely got quality keepers here, and they've got some really good reflexes on them.
All right, and this time I think is it
Yeah, we've got another 3 on goal.
Stefanos?
Yep,
the ball?
Stefanos.
Oh,
great
straight to goal
shot.
that
fantastic
time.
work. Now, you talk about her skill and the speed she has on her shots. She did not hold back there and managed to get that goal over the stick side of the keeper, actually, from not much angle. Maybe
Ooh, and it hit
maybe
the post too.
an
That was-
inch above the stick. That's textbook placement.
Yeah, no, that's a great shot there. Nice and powerful too. So great shot to Stefanos there.
And that brings us back to 4-all, which makes it a very close game. Both teams on very even terms here at the moment. Newport probably giving away, I think, a couple more fouls?
Yeah, 3 foul. Well, 3 yellow cards actually, which is pretty significant, especially for a grand final.
Yeah, particularly in a grand final, you don't really want to be a player down for much time. So, even so, they've had players down. They've done really well to keep fighting and not let that player down affect their play at all.
All right, Lane takes a great ground ball and uses those speedy legs to get right in the middle. Good defense work, but not great defense work. Pushes the player out and doesn't get called for a penalty, for a foul, if you will, as the Justice Allen sisters pass the ball around, move the ball behind number 36, O'Callaghan, now with the ball, slowing down, setting up a plan, a cut in from Justice Allen, changes hands and gets the goal. Fantastic goal. That's class. That's 100% class.
That's something that Footscray does really well. They always look for the cutters, and as you've seen, a lot of their goals have actually been from cuts. As you can see here, Callahan passes straight to Justice Allen, dodges one player, and she's got that shot on goal. Perfect. That's the opposite side of the goalie. That's where you want to place it.
Oh, fantastic work.
McNamara was the defender there. She actually did okay. I mean, it's hard to change direction like that when you're trying to watch the ball and it comes in behind you. And then Justice Allen did so well to change over to her left. So, unfortunately, McNamara just got beat by pure skill, really.
And now, Footscray, 1 goal up again. As we see Justice Allen and Stefanos in the middle to take the draw. And it didn't go very high, but still went above the head of the players, and Stefanos wins it and does a clever bounce pass to the right-hand side of the field.
I think Stefanos has got a lot of these out from centre. I think she's got perhaps 90% of them, so that's definitely an advantage for Newport there.
All right, as you see, McNamara charging in. McNamara with a fast break goal. Defenders didn't have time to set up their positions and were just beaten in speed and class.
Pure speed. I mean, have a look how fast she's going there. That's slow motion, and she's still running really fast.
I think it also looks like she's going to go behind goal, but instead she takes that opportunity, and obviously it pays off with that goal.
It's that perfect angle to confuse the keeper whether or not they're going behind or shooting. Well delivered and well done as the players go back for the draw. Scores even. Again, Stefanos and Justice Allen. Justice Allen needing to change her technique to try and beat that quick reflex of Stefanos to try and catch her own. Yes, that's well done, well done. As Quas fights hard for the ground ball.
And all players going for the ground ball here.
I think that might have come off a foot.
I think that might have been a pre-check, perhaps. So I think someone's checked the stick before
so
the ball was in it.
We're going to have a throw here.
And great take from Burgess.
And she rolls a couple of times, gets free and passes down and gets the ball down to their attacking quarter.
Some of the roll dodging in this sport is immaculate. It's fantastic.
I swear some of these girls must have been ballerinas before they were lacrosse players, Gus.
Well, I think if I was defending them, they get quite easily past me.
You're a goalkeeper, though.
Good
great
save. Hussey.
Hussey's had a lot of shots close up on her, but she's been great to save them.
She has been a little bit unlucky considering that she gets the save and there's been players ready to take the rebound and get the shot. And then in this case, she makes the save and then Footscray still manages to maintain possession. It's unfortunate, but it's just part of the game.
Yeah, she's done really well. I think, has there been 2 goals scored on her? Basically just from balls that have been mopped up off the crease, I think.
Exactly right.
Yeah, 2 balls.
Exactly. 2 of them coming from a save and just resulting in a goal. It's unfortunate, but it's just the way that the cookie crumbles. Ooh, a charge, moves it behind the cage. Sensible play. Now we should be looking for cutters.
Yep, she's looking for the drive here. Oh, I think that was checked out of her in the fan there. And Footscray still maintained possession.
Hard fighting for the ball.
Good work. I think she's looking to
drive.
drive.
Birch.
Oh, great save by Hussey.
That was good use of the ball by Birch there. She really took advantage of the fact that I think everyone was in a pack on the left-hand side of the field and nobody really knew where it was, and Birch just got the loose ball and snuck around the crease there.
Unfortunately, Hussey's great reflexes stopped her from getting that goal, but otherwise it was a great shot.
Birch with the ball charging in. She's quick. She gets down low and goes. Moves it to the left-hand side and takes it out again. less of a threat on the cage. Justice Allen with the ball at the top. Passed it to the middle. On the right-hand side, we've got O'Callaghan looking to charge in. She'll get it behind and maybe look for some cutters. No, Justice Allen. Oh, off the pipe. Well backed up by Burgess. Oh, cutting across from Kwas. Changing hands. Oh, that might have been a check close to the head.
I think that was a check, yeah. I think she was checked as she's trying to swap her stick from side to side there.
Yeah, I imagine a commoner. But I think the girls also aren't allowed to keep the stick near their heads, right? You can't deliberately...
Yeah, there's a bubble around your head which you're not meant to keep your stick in. But I guess you want to when you're changing sides, but you're not technically meant to keep it within that bubble for an extended period of time.
There's a ball pass to Justice Allen right in the... Oh.
Well, when she takes a fall. She seems to be okay, though. She's a tough one, Justice Allen.
Oh, good effort. And I think that's the half. Well, we might as well have started at the start for the next half. Scores are 5-all, scores level, and a great competition at the moment.
Tell us what you think of the half so far.
Yeah, the girls have definitely all been fighting really hard, and they've all done so well throughout the season. So it's definitely a top-notch grand final that we're seeing here, and they really are two of the best State League girls teams that we've got in Victoria here.
Alright, and we'll be back for the second half of State League Women's Lacrosse right after this. And as we get ready for the second half of this State League Women's Grand Final game, players take their position on the fields. And, of course, both players get ready for the draw. Justice Allen and Hayley Stefanos.
Yeah, it's 5-all going into this second half, so it's a close match. It's basically at 0-0 again as far as scores are concerned, Gus.
Yeah, so we have half an hour for one team to claim their mark in this game. Kwas gets in there and just misses the cage, and Justice Allen is there to back it up. Like we said before, that player that can just be there to back up the shot. Justice Allen now with the ball behind the cage.
That's Stella Justice Allen, not to be confused with Darcy Justice Allen.
Who has the ball now on the right-hand side. Her sister, both who played in the under-19 Australian team overseas recently. How did they do, Erin?
They ended up coming second to the US. The US are always a very strong team, but in terms of our lacrosse, it's definitely showing that on the world map that we are up there with some of the best lacrosse teams in the world.
And I believe they won the Vegemite Toast of a Nation competition.
They did. So prepare to see all our under-19 Aussie girls on some Vegemite jars in the near future.
Oh, fantastic. As we get right in front of the cage, fantastic work.
That was a nice underarm shot there by O'Callaghan.
A fantastic effort. Take us through this goal.
If you look at that, she's got only one defender on her, Safana. She is able to pass her, and then as you can see, she flicks it from underneath her arm, straight to that bottom corner there, right past Hussey.
She did really well there. I mean, it's no mean feat to get past Stefanos. She's a great player.
She is. She's both a great attacker and defender, strong in both positions.
And Footscray find themselves one goal ahead in this game, 6-5.
Yeah, look, I think it's only one goal, but any advantage you can get in this game, it's so tight, is going to be a big mental boost for you.
It's been a really intense final series, and it's no surprise that both these teams find themselves in the finals as the draw is getting ready to be taken. And of course, Hayley Stefanos wins it and offloads it quickly to number 22, Patton. And the long pass comes. Someone open right on the crease.
Pass.
Number 24, that's Hussey.
Oh, she tries to, round the body scoop there.
A little bit of a bucket shot there.
And Norman attempts to back up, but I think she finds herself just short of her competing Newport player. And the umpires are calling something here. I think, could that be someone in the fan?
I think they're just holding the ball out from the side here. I'm not quite sure what that call was, but Downey's in a pretty vulnerable position there, so at least she's got back into the goal, and Newport maintained possession.
All right. Barlow passes across to McNamara on the right-hand side. The little girl with big legs, charging in. Left-hand side, pulls it out, passes into the middle. Ooh, and I think that was a save, another save. Fantastic work by Danny Norman. And the ball's out, and And again, Newport were there to back it up with that player behind we talk about so sorely needed.
Yeah, that's right. I think that was Patton in this instance. And she's actually having a really good game here today, Gus.
Yeah, she really is. She's gotten the couple of goals in the first quarter. And she uses that roll dodge really well. Coming around. Oh, and another
great
save. Another
Great
save
by
for
Danny
Norman. Norman's playing a great game. And that's a fantastic pass. That is one of the best clears you'll ever see. As Justice Ellen charges down the field. Passes across. Oh, and the pass goes wayward. Unfortunately, it didn't have enough to reach O'Callaghan. She tries to back up the pass.
Yeah, unfortunately, O'Callaghan missed the pass there. That was definitely going to be a goal if O'Callaghan had got that.
Perfect bit of play there too.
But now Newport can just take their time in clearing the ball. Pass into the middle. Number 29, Barlow. Charging down. Gets past the halfway line. Charging in. Gets the ball. Seems like that might have been a body check called.
By the look of it, I think it was. Yep. So Barlow with the ball there, looking for a a pass.
And gets the pass off.
Oh, great goal there.
Great goal. She ends up on the ground, but she should hold herself up high, for that was a fantastic effort. Take us through the goal, Aaron.
There we go. We've got Barlow with the pass there. And you can see Peyton's wide open there. No one on her in that fan. She's got a shot straight to that bottom corner. It's perfect.
Really
and she took the hit like a champ. I mean, that's more of a hit that you'd normally see in a men's game.
Yeah,
but she took it and got the goal, and I think she probably used it to her advantage, if anything.
And for maybe the fourth time in this game, we see the scores level.
Yeah, well, it's such an even game. I mean, I couldn't pick a winner at the moment. I think Newport's probably winning in the centre with Hayley Stefanos. She's absolutely tearing it up. But apart from that, it's incredibly even all over the field.
Again, Justice Allen and Stefanos in the middle, fighting for that ball just out of the draw. Oh,
Good
dynamite
clean
win,
draw.
and it looks like that was a bit of a charge on Newport's part.
No, I think that might have been oh, that's a card, is it?
No, I think she's just subbing.
Well,
I think
Tomasino looks a bit confused there. I don't think even she knows what's going on. When the referee made her decision, she kind of pointed to herself and said me. So I think she was expecting the call to go the other way.
But it doesn't matter now as Newport maintains possession in the forward line on the left-hand side of the screen. Clever pass. That's Kirchheimer with the ball. Moves it to the right-hand side. Where again, Patton.
Oh, that was a good save there by Norman.
Another save by Norman. She's
And-
on fire.
Yeah, good backup by Newport there too. We can see how important it is to have those players behind goal to back up those shots. Because I think a lot of the goals have actually been from backed up shots.
Yeah, it's absolutely necessary. I guess when you talk about possession being 9/10 of the law, it doesn't really change in lacrosse. Possession is what makes this game great, and what gives you the ability to get the goals.
As Stefanos comes around the side, I thought she was going to goal there. Passes over to number 19 for Newport.
That's McNamara.
McNamara. Thought she was going into goal there as well. They keep charging in and pulling out when they realise it's not on. Hayley Stefanos once again passes down to McNamara, who takes a shot.
Another great save.
Norman. Geez, she's fighting for the votes in this game. As Justice Allen gets a quick clear, passes to Cross, but she couldn't hold on to it. And Newport now gets possession.
I tell you what, those Justice Allen girls are clearing machines. They love to run it out of defence, and we've seen them do it quite a few times today.
Oh, they're just so quick. As
Definitely
that's
got the legs
Stefanos
for it.
charging in. And that's a hard
Oh!
shot. You'd almost call that a crank. A dynamite shot from Stefanos hits the back of the net with intent.
Yeah, she ran in fast, held her ground there when the defender tried to take her out, and puts it in low on Danny Norman, and there wasn't much she could do about that, and we see Newport take the lead at 7-6.
Oh, well, it's a roller coaster of a game, this one. I mean, tune in 5 minutes' time and you don't know who'll be in front. And a timeout's called. All right, I think on Newport's side, let's have a look at some of the goals that have happened in this half so far. Footscray charging in on the right-hand side and shoots it low. That's a great goal. Textbook.
Beautiful goal by Callahan there.
Yeah, she held it well on her left hand, stayed on her left hand. There was no need to change and put it in low. As we see Patton coming in and putting a big hard shot in on keeper Danny Norman as she takes the hit. What a champion she has been today so far.
So, Aaron, what's your plan once you get an advantage close to the end of the game? Do you decide to slow the game? Do you decide to slow the game down and let the other team try and pull the game away from you, or do you try and like maintain your aggression and keep going for goals?
If you've got a bit of an advantage, you might want to slow the game down, get a bit of breath. But the other team is going to push even harder, so they're going to have a really strong defense on you. So I guess you've got to kind of go with the flow. If you need to play at the same level you've been playing, or pull it out. But you always want to have those short bursts of energy, and you want to be able to really get in front of your team if you've got that advantage and use it to your strengths.
Yes, well, fitness isn't an issue with both of these teams. They're both very, very fit teams. So you won't really see a loss of intensity, and therefore the necessity for them to slow the game down to catch their breath so much. It'll just be more to try and run out the clock.
Yeah, and even, control that play around the goals and look for that cutter, because that's where you're going to get a lot of the goals in the dying moments. Is you're either going to get fast breaks or you're going to get some really good cuts to goal.
All right, again, the draw with Justice Allen, and that did not go above the players' heads. So the draw is taken again, I believe.
Yep, that's right. So you need to have that ball above the players' heads for the game to start.
All right, Justice Allen and Stefanos again. Taking that ball, scores 6-7. And that went up, and that was enough. As number 19, McNamara, takes the ball, and she charges down the field. Plum with the ball. Oh, just dodged that check. Very good. Gets down low and takes the ball outright to the right-hand side. Back to Plum. Maintaining possession. Pass the ball behind. Number 5, Kirchheimer. Charging around. There's less defensive players, and someone falls down in the middle. Kirchheimer charging in and just pulls it out. Sensible play. Trying to draw. She's drawn 2 players. That means someone should be open for her. And she is. And a clever outlet. Back to Plum, and the ball's taken behind. Ooh, and what happened there?
I think we might have had a bit of a check there before the ball was in the stick.
A pre-check.
I'm not quite sure what's happened there, but obviously the stick's gone a far way out of the hands.
Yeah.
I'd say it definitely looked to me like a pre-check. So Stefanos is going to get the ball from the right-hand side of the cage.
All right, what's Stefanos going to look to do here?
I think she's going to either drive or look for the...
Oh, great intercept by Justice Allen.
And watches one of the Justice Allens. This is clears it again.
3 players behind her, 4 or 5 players around her, and still manages to get the ball down the field. Butler now with the ball on the left-hand side. Couldn't quite get inside that fan to get the shot off. Alright, that's Lane now with the ball. Passes off to Clough. O'Callaghan slowing the game down, like Aaron said. Slowing down, trying to set up a play. Maybe getting the ball behind to either A, look for the pass, or keeping it at the top to charge in and get that goal. O'Callaghan charging in. A quick pass off to Justice Allen.
Justice Allen misses that pass there. And Kirchheimer fights it for the ball. I think that's out of Kirchheimer, though.
No, I think that's Newport's ball there. I'm not sure who that was really out on, but it looks like Newport's going to get the possession either way.
I think it might have been from a little bit of aggressive defense from Justice Allen. Maybe a body check.
As she passes back to Hussey, who looks to clear up the field to McNamara, who has the speed to run it out.
Looks like she loses possession. Butler's ready to clean it up. And
a bit of a body there.
A bit of a body check. A bit of a body check on Plum. But that's okay. She should have enough time to catch up and make sure they can set it up. Clough with the ball. Pulls it out. Again, Footscray looking to set up their plays. Not just wasting their opportunities in the forward line. As Lane has the ball. Sorry, that's Butler charging in. Oh, and another great save. Fantastic work by Hussey.
She ate that one up, Gus. She saw it come in from a mile away and just put her stick there and held onto it.
And passes it long into the middle. And there's confusion.
And Kloss got the ball back. And checked by Plum.
That check by Plum really saved that goal. I think she did a great job there. If she didn't get that check, that ball was probably hitting the back of the net.
And what is the referee calling here?
I think that looked like a good check to me, but I think Jen Plum might have just stepped inside that goal circle, but looks like Newport's still got possession. They've had a good clear out here to McNamara.
Alrighty, ball moving down the right-hand side of the field. Charging now. She's going to go straight to the cage or take it behind. Oh, a good pass, but she chose to take it behind. And a great check. Sees Newport lose possession. Yep, and it looks like a sensible clear setting up by Norman. She has 10 seconds in that circle, but decides not to use it and get that ball off as quick as possible. Lane now with the ball on the far side of the field. Charging down, passes to the middle where Butler's waiting. That was an aggressive hit from Stefanos, and I think they've...
That's another card, is it? No.
No, I think they've just a body
I
check.
think that's just a bit of a major foul, but there we go. We got Footscray with Butler passing to Callahan there. And as you can see, they're slowing down the play again. They're trying to get the ball around the fan, and they're trying to get it behind and look for that feed.
Ooh, an aggressive move. I see Burgess with the ball in the middle. Passes across. Oh, Tomasino misses by inches. And I tell you what, if she got it about 3 inches lower, it might have hit the back of the net.
Yeah, good back up there by Footscray though. So Butler backing up the ball there.
Yeah, a good effort again. Clever backing up. A charge in. Ooh, probably not as accurate as some of the shots we've seen, but Tomasino is ready to back it up on the far side.
Yeah, look, O'Callaghan was in position there. It was just unfortunately a bit sloppy on the shot. We've seen her do much better than that today. Hopefully that was just a one-off mistake.
And we can only hope as Footscray takes the ball on the far right-hand side. She runs back onto the field. She's probably going to run it in. Probably either A, look for the pass, yep, and then will we see any cutters? Any of the people trying to dodge in and try and get right in front of the cage for that shot? Justice Allen. Charging from the top. Is she going to use that roll dodge she loves to use? No. Pass back up to the top. Again, Burgess with the ball. Behind with Lane. Oh! Bounces off the bar. Jeez, unlucky.
A great little series of passing and cutting there for the Footscray girls to get free and get that shot. Unfortunately, just couldn't finish it off.
Jeez, you wouldn't want to blink. You could have missed it. It's Justice Allen. Really simple pickup for her. These girls love the ground balls. And they'll pick up 99 out of 100. Justice Allen running in and pulling it out. They're bread and butter. Cross with the ball, passing to Burgess behind. Just keeping her feet just outside the fan. Sneaky, sneaky. Burgess running in, right in front of the goal.
Oh,
gets
great.
the goal. Fantastic work from Burgess. Well, it always looked like it was in her court. She managed to just sneak around from behind and get that goal. Didn't even need to put in a roll dodge. Take us through it, Erin.
As you can see here, she's got the ball behind goal here. She's either looking for that feed, but as everyone's cutting through, she's only got that one player to dodge. As you can see, she rolls right around her and gets that shot bottom corner, right past Hussey there. It was a great shot.
Dynamite work from Footscray. And again, I think that sees the scores leveled, and Newport takes a timeout. So I think, yep, scores definitely level. And Newport has no more timeouts left, obviously. For
I think they're taking this time just to collect themselves. They were up. They've just had a goal scored against them. They're going to use this time to kind of collect their thoughts and re-establish what they need to do to get back in front and win this game.
Well, I think at the moment it's anybody's game. I mean, 7-all. It might as well. Basically, after this timeout, the game starts once again from the start. I mean, it might as well be 0-0. 7-all.
It doesn't get any closer, Gus. It does not get any closer.
And this is ultimate finals lacrosse. This is what we live for, and this is what we're here to see.
You can definitely see why these two teams are in the finals. I mean, they've got such an equal game, and it's great to see them with, scores even and really fighting for it. So it really is anyone's game at this point in time.
Well, it's really what you come to see in a grand final. You come to see the two best teams, and that's what we've got here today. Equally matched, two best teams. We couldn't have hoped for anything more.
Yeah, it's absolutely true. I mean, you hate to see a blowout in the first quarter because a lot of the time that effectively makes a lot of the final quarters redundant. It is very hard to come back from, say, a 1-9 loss in the first quarter or the first half in this game. You see, again, Stefanos and Justice Allen getting ready for the draw in the middle of the field. And the referee making sure everything's absolutely fine. Whistle's blown. And Stefanos with those quick stick skills manages to come out with it, but
yeah, I think that might have been a bit of a close check there. But Newport still got the ball there. Stefanos, she passes it off, passes it to Plum.
One charging down on the right-hand side. Well defended. Very well defended.
Well knocked down.
That's fantastic work from Lane. And I think it's knocked out. No. Footscray's possession. Probably going back to the keeper and look for a clear here, I imagine. Yep. And Norman looking.
She's going to look to pass to one of the sides. So generally the right side, I think she likes to favour.
Yeah, I call her Justice Allen is what I reckon she's going to look to. Those girls are dynamite in the middle of the field and can get the ball down the field exactly as you need it. A long, hard pass.
And there we go, Justice Allen.
Ah. Go me. As the ball's on the right-hand side, Justice Allen charging down right in front of the cage. A rather aggressive check, but legal, as voted by the referees. We got Birch with the ball. Passing to the top. Justice Allen passes to her right where Lane's waiting. Right side. Ball's moved behind. Justice Allen again. She's going to look for those cuts from the top. Or
I think she'll take a
around.
dodge
Yep,
there.
she's going to say, you got that whole opportunity there. And it was almost clear, that fan. But obviously she got a bit crowded near that goal, so she decided to pull it out there.
Yeah, I think the Newport defense is a little bit weary of the players who are right next to the goal, as they've got such good roll dodges that they can just kind of step up, do a quick roll dodge, and shoot low to beat the goalie. All right, as Footscray have a free shot on the goal from the top of the fan there.
Yep, so we've still got a couple of defenders inside the fan. So you see Birch is trying to dodge there. Still trying to do a bit of a roll dodge. And, great intercept by Peyton there.
Fantastic defense.
She read that one like a book. She knew exactly where it was going and put her stick there, and it just fell straight into her stick.
Plum charging down the field. Justice Allen running over to try and compensate for her other defenders. No. Passed up the field. Fantastic work by Kirchheimer. She's going to go to goal. No, she'll pass it across. Oh, great intercept.
We just saw two great intercepts, one up one end of the field, one down the other. Each one passed back to the keeper, and that one went back to Danny Norman, who put the long ball out to clear. Unfortunately, it's gone out. Tomasino couldn't catch up to it, and the ball will go back to Newport in their defensive half.
Newport now with the ball. She's going to pass to the keeper. No. Passes to the middle. Again, another pass right to the middle of the field, where McNamara is waiting and charging down the right-hand side. She's quick. Barlow now with the ball on the right-hand side. Ball's moved behind. Scores are level. What would be your plan, Aaron? To try and, I don't know, I guess amp up your players to try and encourage them to get the dodging into the crease and maybe get some better feeding and cutters.
I think you definitely want to kind of pull it out and try and get the play really wide, so you've got a lot of opportunity to do those cuts, and then you've got your defenders outside of the fan, so it's obviously you've got the whole fan
great
there.
Great save there by Norman.
Got another good save. Yeah, see, I mean, there's about 10 minutes left on the clock, and that's more time than you actually think, especially when the scores are level.
All you need is 2 minutes to change a game, so 10 minutes can be a long time, but let's see what they do with this. I think they're definitely going to have a bit of a controlled play, but we'll get a few cuts off and I think a few fast breaks.
Kirchheimer now with the ball on the left-hand side. Justice Allen, the defender, follows her behind the goal. Good little V-cut. Oh, and a quick... Oh, fantastic work. Stefanos receives the pass and gets the goal as easy as you like. Turn the goalie, and she had no chance of saving that. Let's have a look at this again.
Well, you see Kirchheimer here trying to beat Justice Allen with speed. I don't think she was going to get anywhere with that, so she has to turn her back and hope that she keeps moving in that direction. And it works for her. She gets that extra space, sees Stefanos on the crease, and Stefanos puts in an easy goal.
Well, the goalie's been pulled out of position. She went over there to try and get an intercept for any of the other players that were in the middle, but unfortunately Stefanos was there, and she has very safe hands.
And that puts Newport up by 1. Can't be too long to go in the game. I mean, any goal advantage is a great advantage at this point in the game. You take whatever you can get, really, can't you?
Oh, absolutely right. And still, I mean, it could still definitely go Footscray's way. I mean, like Aaron said, 2 minutes in the game can make all the difference and can really turn a game on its head.
We'll probably see Footscray really amp up their defence here, and we could quite possibly see Newport amp up their offence too. So we'll see what they decide to do. They might decide to hold it out and look again for those cuts, which they're so good at getting goals from.
Alright, as we see Kirchheimer again with the ball. She's great at setting up these plays. But unfortunately loses possession. But it could be an illegal body check called against Footscray. Kirchheimer now with the ball. She's probably not going to take the shot as there's quite a range of defenders in the middle. However, Hussey is open behind the cage and she offloads to her.
Hussey looking to dodge around the right-hand side. Can't get in because Burgess is in the way. So she passes up high to Stefanos. Stefanos just taking her time. There's no rush for Stefanos. She's calm and collected and she knows what she's doing. And all of a sudden snaps into action. Dodges out to the right-hand side. Will she put a shot on? No, she won't, but she looks to the middle. And
we got, looks like there's a Newport player in the crease.
Is
that what
number
they're calling?
29. Barlow.
I don't think they're calling the crease. I think they're calling a...
I think that might have been a bit of a
an illegal body check.
Yeah, I think that might have been a bit of a push. So she's drawn out to the fan there. She's got an open shot on goal. As you can see, clear path to the goal. But she decides to pass it, and Hussey gets a great goal there.
Fantastic work from Hussey. I mean, she was in the exact right position, and I did not anticipate the pass coming. That was an open cage, and she passed it, and Hussey had the run-up to get the goal from a decently paced shot.
Yeah, and as you can see, she also has passed through 2 players, so it's a really hard shot to get off, but she's done so well, and that's going to put Newport definitely in front by a couple of goals. So Newport 9, Footscray 7.
Alright. Footscray have to work really hard here to get the ball back. I'm anticipating some very, very aggressive defense and probably some faster attack methods, I imagine. Maybe less time to just slow down the play. But then again, like Aaron said, 2 minutes is all you need to turn a game on its head.
Now, what can you do here, Aaron? I mean, Stefanos has been winning just about every centre here today. They've got it. Obviously, that's the one area of the ground they've been being beaten on. What can you do to mix that up?
I think you're really just going to have to be quick off the circle. I think you're going to have to anticipate that ball going high, going low. But other than that, you're going to have to get on Stefanos straight away, I think, because she's really getting 90% of those draws from that centre. So she's definitely got an advantage for Newport there.
Oh, Quas with the ball, but she's checked. Oh, but does really well to maintain possession again in the end. We see ball move to Justice Allen. She's only got the one defender there. An isolation play. All the defenders have been moved to the other side of the fan. Ooh, but well doubled as Hussey comes out of the cage. Tries to do a sneaky underarm pass. But it looks like an illegal body check sees Newport maintain possession. Charging down the field now, Kirchheimer again with the ball. She's a playmaker. She loves this opportunity to charge down, especially on the right-hand side with her preferred right hand.
We see they're slowing down the play a little bit now. They're putting the ball behind, looking for controlled play.
Hussey again. Isn't she happy after that last goal she just got? Footscray need to be aggressive in their defense. They need to push players out. As you see, look at that Birch coming all the way out to try and attack that ball. And it's absolutely necessary. You've got to do all or nothing in the grand final. There's no other games to make up for it. And we've got 2 players drawn to the ball. Great defense. That's fantastic defense.
Yeah, you can see there they were on that ball. They were really pushing the ball hard, and they were ready for that double, which they just got that advantage from. They got the ball.
Oh, that could be a match-winning save from Hussey. That is fantastic. That's a one-on-one if I've ever seen one. And she does absolutely fantastic to save that calmly and offload it quite cleverly to the middle. Ball now on the right-hand side. Hussey charging down. Geez, out of nowhere, she's really enforced herself in this game.
You can see that Newport are having to really get the ball off a lot faster now because Footscray really are amping up their defense. You can see they're pushing that ball and they're trying to force Newport to make really quick shots.
That's a goal. That's a fantastic goal from Patton, number 22, and she is having a great game. Fantastic work.
Yeah, that's her 3rd or 4th goal for the game today. She's having a really good game. Her and Stefanos have really just been kind of tearing it up. And later on in the game, we've seen Hussey step up as well. There's been quite a few girls for Newport who have stepped up in the second half.
Right, charging through. She just pushes through the players. There's almost 3 defenders on her and just shoots it low.
You can see speed was really on her side there, as once she's got that speed and she stepped past the defenders, straight to goal. Perfect shot by Peyton there.
Well, the score is 7-10 to Newport, and Footscray are calling a timeout. Maybe just trying to calm down the players and get them in the right mindset to try and get 3 goals up and then maybe 4 to win the game. Now let's have a look at some of these goals.
We see Burgess here. This is the one where she just steps around. She sees that open space. She was looking for the feeder, I think, but everyone was just cutting through in front of her. So she thought, why not? I'm going to go for it.
I think that's a sign of a great lacrosse player, being able to analyze the exact situation you're in. Not just making a plan and then completely following through with it. I mean, if you're thinking, I'm going to the cage, I'm going to get the goal, and you have 4 players on you, and another one comes, you know, you need to change your game plan, and I think that was a perfect example of doing that.
Yeah, you definitely need to plan for the unexpected in lacrosse. It is such a quick game, sudden movements, and you really don't know what's coming for you.
And again, we see Newport. I believe this is Hussey's goal off the free shot, and that's fantastic.
Dynamite
she had two
shot.
players on her, and she was still able to get through them and unleash the power that is Hussey.
Yeah, I think you saw a great example of what you can do with a free shot there. I mean, the player taking the free shot couldn't go straight in on goal because she had defenders in front of her, but she looked across to her left, saw Hussey there on the far side, who had a free run in at goal.
And again, Lane this time and Stefanos. Lane beats Stefanos in the draw.
Well, you don't see that happen very much, but it does happen. She's not perfect, but she's pretty damn good.
Yeah, she's not far from though. As we see 2 players chasing the ball. Ooh, great work there by Barlow. She's well pressured. Look at the defense work.
I think the cameraman was a little bit worried there for his camera, Gus.
Yeah, don't worry about him.
He doesn't look very tough to me.
He's much softer than some of these girls. Hussey with the ball. Just passing. See, Stefanos is probably going to take her time. There's no need now for Newport to really be too aggressive. I'm loving the aggressive defense, though, from Footscray.
Yeah, you can see Stefanos has just doubled there, so they're definitely really putting the pressure on the girl with the ball here. But that also gives Newport an opportunity to look for that person that is free.
Well, that's really good. That was three Footscray players on the one Newport player, and they ended up dislodging possession of the ball. And that's a really great effort. It's lacrosse I really like to see. Even though they're at a slight disadvantage, it is great to see players fighting their hardest to try and claw their way back into the game.
Yeah, well, look, it's a high-risk lacrosse, but it's something you've got to do. It's the grand final. As you said, Gus, there's no next week, and there's no point playing safe and losing by 3 goals. You've really got to push hard, as we see Burgess moving into goal. Oh,
there it is!
One in.
Burgess, could this be the game changer? Could this be the 2 minutes that Erin has mentioned? Could this be the moment where they claw their way back into this game?
You see, this is a perfect couple of passes here. We've got Clough here, grabs the ball from the pass. She's going to pass it down to Burgess there, who's only got 1 defender on her, so it just takes a simple roll dodge straight to cage. So we'll see her here do a couple of dodges. That roll dodge she loves so much. And
brilliant.
Bottom corner. That is such a great shot right there.
I think it's important to emphasise the shot placement right there. Like we've seen Hussey make some great reflex saves today, but Burgess just put that in the perfect spot.
Not much time left in this game. What can Footscray really do it? They just need to do 2 more of those. Geez, she's trying hard. Burgess is really trying her hardest to get their way back in this game. Birch passes it down. And we see a charge from Lane. Get in the goal. You need to shoot it.
Alright, so I think we've got a bit of a body there. So we're going to see Lane have that free pass.
Will they use this to their advantage? I mean, it's the dying moments of this game, and they need to get at least another goal to get them back in it.
Takes it behind and then moves it to the right-hand side. Who's open in the middle?
Oh.
Ooh,
Unfortunately,
great
they passed that one to Peyton in the centre there, so Newport get that ball.
Right.
Got another bit of a push there, so you see McNamara with the pass.
Alright, and charging down the field. Geez, she's quick, but Footscray need to double her if they want to win this game. They need to get 2 players to every player, which of course means there's always a player that hasn't got a player on them. She charges through. How'd she get there? Right in front of the cage. And slows it down. Watch, in a second, you'll see another Footscray player come out to try and... Great check! That's a fantastic check. Birch did well. But
apparently not so. The referee doesn't see it that way and has given the free pass to Newport.
Alright, McNamara with the ball passes to the top.
We can see that Newport are really trying to keep it big here and keep their options open. And they're really looking for that cutter that's closer to goal. You see they're really pulling it
There
out.
it is.
That's it.
That's the game. That's the bell. That's the whistle. And that's the win for Newport Lacrosse Club. Congratulations to Newport for beating Footscray in the State League Women's grand final.
Well, look, they look extremely excited, especially Hayley Stefanos, and I mean, she's definitely worked really hard for it today. Look, they deserve it at the end of the day. They were evenly matched, but the one place where they really kind of outplayed Footscray was in the centre, and Hayley Stefanos, I think, and I think that made the difference today.
I think it really did. I mean, Newport would have got at least 90% of those centres, so that was one of the biggest advantages that Newport had against Footscray. But in terms of the game overall, I mean, they were both evenly matched, and I think Newport just was able to take the ball away and really get those shots past the goalies.
Look, well, let's not forget about Lindsay Patton as well. She did some fantastic work in the forward line to get some of those really, really well-placed goals. And I think it's a hard fight between her and Hayley Stefanos for man of the match. I think they both did really well, but it was a fantastic effort from both Footscray and Newport. But in the end, Newport came out on top, 8-10, and it was a fantastic game played by all.
Yeah, look, I have to agree. I'd also like to put in special mentions to Elise Hussey. A couple of goals there. Both keepers, Bree Hussey and Danny Norman, were also excellent. And you can't forget people with like the clearing skills of the Justice Allen sisters and also McNamara for Newport.
Of course. Absolutely right. So an absolutely fantastic game. And I'd like to thank Erin for joining us in the commentary box.
Not a problem. Thanks for having me.
And again, we look forward to next year where hopefully we can have a final series as invigorating as this one has been. Thanks for having us. I'm Gus.
I'm Ryan.
And we'll see you next year.